starting soon. Live coverage 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 starting soon.
It's time for Kennett Indian Softball. Title sponsors for our broadcast are Baker Implement Company, NEA Baptist Hospital, Farm Credit Services of Southeast Missouri, and by Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture. Broadcast sponsors, Dubs Clothing, State Farm Agent Greg Wilson, Patterson Auto Sales, McMahon's Trucking, the Kennett Girls Softball Association, Gardner Properties, Home Plate Bar and Grill, Let's Roll Paragould, Grace and Glow, and Greenpoint Ag in Deering. Broadcast boosters include the Kennett Bowling Lanes, Ultimate Fitness, Century 21 Real Estate, FM Bank, S&S Auto Sales, and by Truly Posh. And now, Kennett Indian Softball.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Indian Park as we get set for Kennett Lady Indian Softball. Lady Indians 10-2 now in the season, and yes, who would believe we're playing softball here on this Monday after all the rain that we had come through the area, but we will have softball here this afternoon. Even dust was flying on the field. Coach Dollins was dragging the field earlier as the girls came out yesterday along with the coaches and did a lot of work out here on the field, and certainly has paid off, and they get to play softball this afternoon as Doniphan comes to visit the Lady Indians of Kennett here this afternoon. Great afternoon for softball, just a little bit chilly but warming up quickly as Kennett takes their infield practice. We'll come back to talk a little bit more about this matchup. Kennett and Doniphan, our pregame show continues right after this.
Eat, play, and have a blast at Let's Roll Paragould. From bowling, duck pin, and laser tag to 45 arcade games and a full restaurant, Let's Roll Paragould is packed with fun for everyone. Both alleys feature state-of-the-art NeoSurf systems. And with over 50 TVs, you won't miss a second of your favorite game. Visit Let'sRollParagould.com for birthday packages, daily specials, group deals, or to reserve your lane. Let's Roll Paragould, 2707 West Kings Highway in Paragould, where good times roll 7 days a week.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
See State Farm agent Greg Wilson in Kennett. Call 888-4913.
McMahon Trucking isn't new to the road. It all started back in the 1940s with Bill McMahon, serving farmers and elevators for over 70 years. Now Bob McMahon carries on the tradition. After 42 years in truck repair and towing, he's back in the family business, fully licensed and insured with well-maintained equipment and dependable service you can count on. Call McMahon Trucking today at 573-888-7256.
Thanks to all of our great sponsors who make our coverage of Kennett Indian Softball possible. Both our live video stream and our radio broadcast. Our radio broadcast on AM 1540 KBOA and 98.7 WGCQ FM. And our video stream on the KTMO streaming platforms. Kennett baseball was rained out. They were scheduled to go to Oran today to take on the Oran Eagles, but they couldn't find a field suitable up there. I know they were looking up there, but evidently if Oran would have wanted to travel down to Kennett today, they could have played baseball because the Indians are practicing out here, and they're getting ready for a busy schedule later on this week. So are the Lady Indians in softball. They have won their last 9 after coming back from that Blazer blast in Jonesboro on March 21st and 22nd. They started their regular season play on the 25th. And they have been on a roll, knocking off New Madrid County Central, Scott City, Park Hill Central, Potosi, St. John, West County, Holcomb, Malden, and their last victory over Portageville with Risco, and now taking on Doniphan. Doniphan competes in the softball fall season, so like a lot of the baseball and softball teams that don't have other activities going on that have conflicts, they also get to play some games in the spring, and that's what is happening here with Doniphan as they actually compete statewide in fall softball, but spring softball, of course, is what we're in now, and the Lady Indians in the middle of their season, and they're going to have a busy road ahead as well. As looking at Kennett's schedule, tomorrow they'll have a couple of games at South Pemiscot. At 3 o'clock, they take on Zenith Hornersville with Southland, and then they'll turn around and play South Pim at 6 o'clock tomorrow night. A couple of games there. And then on Thursday, they will be going to Jonesboro to take on the Nettleton Raiders, a 4:30 start there. And then on Friday, they will be taking on Clearwater and Thayer, a 3 o'clock game against Thayer, and then a 6 o'clock game against Clearwater. And that ball game will be coming up on Friday. So a busy schedule for the Lady Indians. For the Doniphan Donettes, as they come into this ball game, of course, playing the spring season softball. They've only played 3 games. They've beaten Puxico and Dexter, and they fell to Neelyville 5-2. They had a game scheduled on the 4th and the 5th, and, of course, all the weather coming in, those were canceled, and now getting to play their 4th game of the season here this afternoon against the Lady Indians of Kennett. One of our great broadcast sponsors, Truly Posh, a locally owned women's boutique. They offer a variety of clothing, shoes, and accessories of all sizes and styles. And Truly Posh is located on 405 1st Street in Kennett. Go by and see them. One of our great broadcast sponsors, along with S&S Auto Sales. They're family-owned at S&S Auto Sales. You buy there, you pay there. No credit checks, no hassles. You walk in, you drive out with that vehicle you need. 1802 Independence Avenue in Kennett. A couple of our great broadcast sponsors. We appreciate them. The Donettes still out taking their warm-ups. The Lady Indians have finished their infield and outfield practice. We'll take another pregame break. We'll come back and check the starting lineups in this one. Doniphan at Kennett when we return to Indian Park right after this.
It's always a home run when you visit the all-new Home Plate Bar and Grill at the I-55 exit in Hayti. They have delicious food served up hot and fresh. Be sure to check out their daily lunch and dinner specials. Their catfish, the best around, plus chicken, shrimp, steaks, and their smash burgers will keep you coming back for more. They have 10 big screen TVs where you can catch all the big games. Be sure to like them on Facebook. Slide into home at the Home Plate Bar and Grill at the I-55 exit in Hayti. Come see Grace and Glow at the corner of Tico and 1st Street in Kennett. They offer 24-hour access tanning, so you can tan when you want to tan. Just $55 a month gets you unlimited tanning or single sessions for $8. They also offer the most popular weight loss shots, semaglutide and tirzepatide, plus Botox and Dysport shots, along with fillers to make you look your best. Be sure to visit their great boutique. That's Grace and Glow at the corner of Tico and 1st Street in Kennett.
Hey, this is Daryl Wilcoxon with Wilcoxon's Home Place on the South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. We're getting new products in every week and would like to help you make your place a show place. Living room suites, recliners, including lift chairs, bedroom suites, mattress sets with adjustable bases, appliances, and TVs. We have several payment options available. Come see us at Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance, 901 South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. A family furniture tradition for over 70 years.
Hello, I'm Trenton Patterson with Patterson Auto Sales in Kennett. If you're looking for a newer, late model vehicle at a great price, then you need to come see me at Patterson Auto Sales. I've worked for the big dealerships, and I can save you money off of what you pay when you buy a used car or truck at the dealership. Plus, I have several great credit options, and we can guarantee financing for anyone, regardless of credit. Come see me, Trenton Patterson, at Patterson Auto Sales, 1005 1st Street in Kennett, or visit our website online at pattersonautosales.mycarsonline.com.
Baker Implement Company and Case IH are proud to support area high school athletics
the same way we have supported our customers and the community for 86 years.
Visit any of our 13 locations in Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas to experience the power of red and the service and support that has kept customers coming back since 1938.
Case IH and Baker Implement Company, supporting our community on the field and in your field.
Back at Indian Park, the officials are here. Coach Logan Dollins talking to the officials. Coach Brad Haygood, he is at the helm of the Doniphan Donettes, as Brad Haygood, former superintendent, he retired from that, and I wished him a happy retirement, and he's coaching the softball team here. And I know we'll have several viewers up in the Doniphan area, and our thoughts go out to you with all the flooding. Of course, a lot of flooding here. One of our radio transmitters over at Portageville is just inches away from getting into that, and a lot of people struggling after all the rain, and it's amazing. We're going to play softball today. We're going to have baseball tomorrow here at Indian Park as well, as the field is in very good condition for Kennett Indian baseball, as they're out there practicing, and probably could have played here today if they would have had an opponent that wanted to come here to Kennett to take on the Indians this afternoon. But they have a full baseball schedule, as does Coach Dollins and his softball team. Our coverage brought to you by FM Bank, full service, locally owned bank, where they make their decisions locally. Personal, business, agricultural loans. To FM Bank, people matter. Member FDIC. Here's the way the Kennett Indians will come to the plate and be in the field defensively. Leading things off in the bottom half of the first will be Hanley McAtee. Hanley today will be defensively playing third base. Kinsley McKegg will be batting second and playing shortstop for the Lady Indians. The catcher, as usual for the Lady Indians, will be Emma Tenen behind the plate, and doing the pitching this afternoon will be Avery Payne. Avery will be in the circle doing the pitching and batting cleanup for the Lady Indians. Lindley Patterson will be batting fifth. Lindley will be defensively at first base. It is Lauren Barton in right field and batting sixth for Kennett. Emma Claire Bodkin will be the designated player and hitting in the number 7 spot. Lexi Wallace will be in the field defensively, playing left field for the Lady Indians. Batting in the number 8 spot, Olivia Raspberry, and Olivia be playing second base this afternoon, and patrolling center field is Bailey Wilcutt. Bailey, the center fielder for Coach Logan Dollins' Lady Indians, as Brad Haygood and Coach Logan Dollins meeting with the umpires, and we're just about set for action here at Indian Park this afternoon. Let me tell you about the batting order for the Donettes, as it'll be Taylor leading things off. She'll be playing second base. Watson, the center fielder, bats second for the Donettes. Davis, the third baseman, will hit third, and Jackson doing the pitching in the circle and hitting cleanup. Klepzig will be the catcher and batting fifth. Monahan, the left fielder, bats sixth. Haygood, the shortstop, will hit seventh in the order. Watson, the first baseman, hits eighth for the Donettes. And Boyles will be in right field and batting ninth for Doniphan. We'll take our final pregame break. Be back with first pitch from Indian Park. But we want to remind you that Century 21 Realtors, one of our great broadcast sponsors. You need to see the experts at Century 21. SEMO Realtors. If you're buying or selling property, your pocketbook will thank you. I'll promise you that. They're the experts. 573-888-5888. SEMO 21, SEMO Realtors, one of our great broadcast sponsors. Back with first pitch from Indian Park right after this.
We are pioneers, dreamers, the ones they said would never make it, and the ones still trying. We're lifesavers, life changers, those who bring life to your world. We're where compassion meets precision and empowerment meets innovation. An expert system of care where love abounds so that God can do the impossible. We are NEA Baptist.
Year after year, you can rely on the experts at Greenpoint Ag in Deering to work alongside you for more profitable acres. Greenpoint Ag is among the leaders in ag technology and will deliver better results for you, our area farmers. Contact Greenpoint Ag today for more information, 573-757-6253, or stop in Greenpoint Ag on Highway J in Deering. Greenpoint Ag is proud to be part of the Deering community and supports our area youth. Greenpoint Ag wishes you and your family happy holidays and a profitable new year.
Lady Indians out on the field, and we're about to have first pitch here from Indian Park. Kennett against Doniphan, Ultimate Fitness. They have their 24-hour access, modern, up-to-date workout equipment, 1012 St. Francis Street in Kennett, one of our great broadcast sponsors. If you're looking for a membership plan, they have the individual memberships, family memberships. If you're looking to have a workout area for your team, or just that individual, they have that as well, as Ultimate Fitness has it all, including a great location for parties, birthday parties. Contact them for more information, Ultimate Fitness. Throw goes down to second, and here we go. Mackenzie Taylor will lead things off for the Donettes. Avery Payne in the circle doing the pitching. Tennant behind the plate, McAtee at third, McCagg at short, Raspberry at second, Patterson at first base. It's Wallace in left, Wilcutt in center, and Barton in right field for the Lady Indians. And here we go. Right-handed hitting leadoff hitter, Mackenzie Taylor stands in. And the first pitch from Avery Payne is a little bit low, ball one. Very little breeze this afternoon and bright sunshine from Indian Park. Temperatures in the 60s. Slight north breeze today has helped dry out the fields. This pitch a little bit inside. It's 2-0 now to the leadoff hitter, Mackenzie Taylor. Kennett outfield straight away. McAtee about even with the bag, as is Patterson at first. And now the next pitch headed home on the outside corner is a called strike. 2 balls and 1 strike to Mackenzie Taylor. Outfield as well straight away for the Lady Indians here. To this leadoff hitter, Mackenzie Taylor. Payne gets the sign. The 2-1 pitch, grounded foul down the third base line. The count goes to 2-2. We'll tell you about our broadcast schedule for Kennett Indian baseball. They'll be at Indian Park in several games this week. We'll talk about that as well. Coach Blaylock was up a few minutes ago here in the press box to say hello. 2-2 pitch, grounded toward third. McAtee up, over, and out at first. McAtee to Patterson, and that's the first out in the inning. Ground out by Mackenzie Taylor, and that brings up Watson. Delilah Watson, she is the center fielder. Hits from the left side. 1 out, nobody on for the Donettes. And the first pitch a little bit low, ball 1. By the way, congratulations to Doniphan winning the state championship in basketball. Boy, they had a great team. Next pitch headed home. Hard hit, back up the middle off of McCagg's glove, and that'll be a 1-out single. McCagg going over toward the bag. Just got the tip of the glove on it, but the single will put Watson at first. Kenzie Davis will come to the plate. Kenzie, a right-handed hitter. Kennett middle infield will love the double play. They're creeping in at the corners. Watson, the base runner at first, and the first pitch fouled off. Strike 1. Avery Payne. The 0-1 pitch. Change up. A little bit inside. Evens the count. 1 ball and 1 strike. Watson, the base runner at first. Kenzie Davis back in the box. Next pitch to Davis. Hit back to the pitcher. Only play will be to first, and they'll get the out there. It's Payne over to Patterson. The runner will move up on the ground out. Down to second base now is Watson, and 2 outs in the inning, and here's McKay Jackson. McKay will be doing the pitching, and she's the cleanup hitter, right-handed hitter. First pitch from Avery Payne is at the knees, called strike 1. Tennant gives the sign, and Avery's next pitch, a changeup outside, just a touch, evens the count 1-1. McKay Jackson back of the box. The 1-1. Grounded back up the middle. That's going to get into center field. Wilcott up, throws strong, home, but sliding in. The first run of the ball game will be Watson, as Jackson drives in the run on the throw to the plate. The runner advances down to second base. Watson scores on the play, and then Jackson takes second on the throw to home. So now 2 outs. It's a 1-0 lead for Doniphan, and a runner at second. And here's Paisley Klipzig. Klipzig, the catcher, right-handed hitter. Couple of hits just right back up the middle by Doniphan here in this first inning, and they've scored a run. Swing and a miss on the delivery from Avery Payne. No balls, 1 strike to count. Slowly hit out in front of the mound. Tough play as they'll pick it up and throw to first in time. Great play by McAtee. Wasn't hit very hard, but Hanley comes in, fields it about halfway up the line, and a strong throw to first, and that will do it for Doniphan. They'll score a run, leave a runner on base. They lead 1-0 as we go. Bottom of the first. Kennett bats when we return right after this.
Kennett Girls Softball Association is a proud sponsor of Kennett Indian Softball. Their goal is to promote the game of softball as well as stress the importance of sportsmanship to girls in Kennett and the surrounding areas. Registrations are currently being accepted until March 29th for softball and baseball at Baker, Wellman Brown, and Farm Bureau. Get those kiddos signed up for a summer of fun.
Looking for a place to live or grow your business in Kennett? Gardner Properties offers clean, quality residential and commercial rentals with a full-time maintenance crew and monthly inspections to keep everything in top condition. They're known for building and buying to suit new and relocating businesses in the area. Every improvement they make reflects their commitment to keeping the town looking its best. Call 573-752-1442 or stop by 1012 St. Francis Street in Kennett to see what they can do for you.
Kennett Bowling Lanes, one of our great broadcast sponsors. Of course, they have the bowling. The skating rink now open at the Kennett Bowling Lanes. And they have the arcade games. Great arcade room. And the laser tag. Great food, great fun. Kennett Bowling Lanes. You need to go check them out. 1315 St. Francis Street in Kennett. Party packages available at the Kennett Bowling Lanes as McKay Jackson takes her warm-ups for the Lady Indians, who will trail 1-0 as they bat for the first time in the ball game. It'll be McAtee, McKegg, and Tennant, Payne, Patterson, and Barton. Then Bodkin, Raspberry, and Wilcott. Throw goes down to second, and here's Hanley McAtee coming to the plate. Kennett third baseman, a couple of good plays in that opening inning. Hanley now 1 hit away from tying Hadley Wilson's record of hits in a career. She's at 209. The record is at 210 from Hadley, and the first pitch is outside, ball 1 from McKay Jackson. Hanley, a couple of hard hit balls to left field as she was robbed in that ball game against Portageville. Left fielder making a couple of great plays. The 1-0 pitch is low and inside, ball 2. McKegg in the on-deck circle. They creep in at the corners. Watson at first and Davis at third. Jackson the pitcher, the 2-0 pitch. Outside corner is a called strike, 2-1. Next pitch to Hanley McAtee. Ground ball down the third baseline, just foul outside the bag. And the count goes to 2-2. Really enjoyed talking to Hanley in an interview we did that aired last Friday, and you can see that interview, but really enjoyed talking to Hanley. She really knows the game and works hard at it. And this ball popped out in the center field. This is going to be caught by Watson in center field. It just hangs up a little bit, and that's out number 1 in the inning. Fly ball to center field and 1 out here in the first inning for the Lady Indians. Kinsley McKeag will come to the plate. Kinsley hits from the right side, trying to get things started. McKay Jackson, first pitch bounces in front of the plate, ball 1. Beautiful afternoon for softball. Next pitch headed home. Outside corner is a called strike, evens the count, 1-1. McKeag takes ball 2, low and away. 2-1 the count. Kennett trails 1-0. Doniphan a couple of hits in the first inning. Couple of singles back up the middle. Now the 2-1 to McKeag, trying to get things started for the Lady Indians. She'll hit one up the middle and knocked down by the shortstop, but no play. Haygood, a great job stretching out and knocking that one down, but wouldn't have had any chance to throw out McKeag, and that'll be an infield hit. Kennett with a base runner at first. Haygood knocks it down, but McKeag safely at first, and here's Emma Tennant. 1 out. Kennett catcher, right-handed hitter, facing McKay Jackson. Ground ball at third. Goes under the third baseman Davis's glove, and everyone's going to be safe. Instead of that ball coming up, it kind of stayed down on Davis. McKeag will go down to second base. Tennant will stop at first. Now here's Avery Payne. Kennett pitcher here, the starter today, and Avery the cleanup hitter. Avery with lots of power can do some damage. 2 on and 1 out here. Bottom of the first inning. Kennett trailing 1-0. First pitch bounces at the plate, and that'll move the runners up. Wild pitch that time. McKeag will go to third. Tennant down to second base. Now a base hit would score a couple of runners for the Lady Indians. The pitch to Payne, fouled out of play over on the right side. And the count 1-1. Lindley Patterson in the on-deck circle for Kennett. McKay Jackson gets the sign from Klepsig, her catcher. The 1-1 pitch to Avery Payne. Avery takes one on the outside corner. Perfect pitch that time from Jackson, and she just painted that outside corner. And now Avery in the hole, 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 down, runners at second and third for Kennett. McKay Jackson with a pitch. Ground ball on line drive up the middle. Check it, hard hit ball. Left fielder will come up with it, make a strong throw that hits the backstop, and stopping at second will be Avery Payne. RBI single, drives in 2 runs, and on the very hard ground ball right back up the middle. Monahan cut the ball off, made a throw in to the plate that was high, and that allowed Payne on the throw to the plate to advance down to second base. So Kennett goes up 2-1. Here's Lindley Patterson with a runner in scoring position. Lindley hammers it to left center field. It's out of here. My goodness, Lindley Patterson just strokes it out of here, left center field. She'll touch them all. Boy, I love watching Lindley Patterson swing the bat. She just looks like a natural hitter at the plate. And boy, she squared that one up. That was just a line drive that got out of here in a heartbeat. Left center field. So with the home run, Kennett goes up 4-0. Now that I have my scoreboard corrected. And here's Lauren Barton. Now with the bases empty, Lauren will try to get things started for the Lady Indians. McKay Jackson. Pitch headed home to Lauren. Takes it low, ball 1. Lindley Patterson, 2-run homer. After Avery Payne drove in a couple on a hard hit ball right up the middle. Here's ball back to the screen. Foul ball by Barton makes the count 1-1. Beautiful afternoon for softball here at Indian Park and a good crowd on hand after all the terrible weather we had. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, nobody on. 4 runs in for Kennett. This pitch low, ball 2, 2-1. The count now to Barton. What breeze there is that is picked up after the game started, kind of blowing across the field from right to left, but that ball hit by Patterson didn't need any help. It was a line shot out of here. Hard hit ball to short. Haygood picks it up, throws to first, and safe will be Barton. Barton hustling all the way down the line. So Barton at first base. Here's Emma Claire Bodkin. Emma Claire, right-handed hitter. She is the designated player in the batting order for the Lady Indians. First pitch bounces. Good stop by Klepzig behind the plate. Keeps Barton down at first. That's ball 1. Emma Claire's ready. The 1-0 pitch is high, ball 2. Barton danced way off first that time, but got back to the bag, did not go. 2 balls, no strikes, the count to Bodkin. The pitch from McKay Jackson. Foul tip. Makes the count 2-1. Catcher Klepzig took the brunt of that one. She seems to be okay. That's good. It's not an easy position to play, folks, if you've never been back there, and luckily I never was. Umpire taps her on the shoulder as he gave her just a minute to recover, and now we're ready to go. The 2-1 pitch to Bodkin. Headed home. Low and outside, ball 3, 3-1. Runner at first is Barton. 4 runs in here at the bottom of the first. Kennett leads 4-1. The 3-1 pitch to Emma Claire Bodkin, headed home. Ball 4 is a little bit high. Runners now at first and second for the Lady Indians. And here's Olivia Raspberry. Kennett, second baseman. Tries to do some damage. Still 1 out in the inning. Couple of runners on and 4 runs in here in the bottom of the first. McKay Jackson. This pitch is a little bit low. Ball 1. Lindley Patterson, a 2-run homer. That's the big blow in the inning. But Kennett bats have started off hot in this one. Now the 1-0 pitch to Raspberry. Outside corner is a called strike. 1-1 the count. Barton at second. Bodkin the base runner at first for Kennett. Watson is in at first. In case Olivia decides to lay one down, she'll take a strike here, and it's 1-2. More fans coming in here to Indian Park on this sunny Monday afternoon with a 1-2 pitch. A swing and a miss. And there's out number 2 here in this first inning. Brings in Bailey Wilcutt. Bailey hits from the left side and lots of speed. Chokes up on the bat 2 or 3 inches, and the first pitch from Jackson headed home. She'll slap it out of play. 0-1 the count to Bailey Wilcutt. Barton at second, Bodkin the base runner at first. 0-1 the count to Bailey Wilcutt. Bailey shows bunt, missed it, or might have got a piece of it. Nonetheless, the runner didn't advance, and that's strike 2 on Wilcutt. Didn't really sound like it hit the bat. Now Jackson trying to get out of this inning. 2 on, 2 out. The pitch to Wilcutt. Outside is ball 1. Truly Posh, one of our great broadcast sponsors, the Women's Boutique, offering a variety of beautiful clothing, shoes, and accessories. Need to go by and see them. 405 First Street in Kennett. Bailey fouls it off, and she is out. She was out of the batter's box when the ball bounced up and hit her on the legs. So that will do it. And Kennett scores 4 in the inning. They lead 4-1 as we go to the second when we return to Indian Park right after this.
Hi, Kennett Indian fans. This is Stephanie Pierce with Dubs Clothing at 709 First Street in Kennett, Missouri. Here at Dubs, we value connection to our community by offering a variety of quality men's and children's clothing, accessories, and grooming products. You can also find accessories and gift items for the ladies. Nothing speaks connection to the community like Kennett Indian football. And here at Dubs Clothing, we are all in. Wishing all athletes and coaches a safe and successful season. Roll Tribe.
At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we know that the days of parking your equipment in the shed after a long harvest and taking it easy for a while no longer exist. The business of farming is much more complex. We've been in the ag lending business for over 100 years, and we are ready to help your operation reach its best potential. We've got the loan and crop insurance products and the experience right here ready to serve you. We are your ag lender.
Your ag lender will always be there.
Contact Matthew Poole or Nathan Creed at 888-6624.
Top of the second we go. Kennett leads 4-1. Doniphan will send Monahan, Haygood, and Watson to the plate. Boyles, if anyone can reach, and Avery Payne starts her second inning of work. Ava Monahan, the left fielder, bats from the right side. She'll start things off for the Donettes. Couple of hits in the first inning, and a run scored for Doniphan. Ground balls back up the middle where they pick up their base hit. Ball 1 to Monahan at the plate. S&S Auto Sales, one of our great broadcast sponsors. They're family owned. S&S, you buy there, you pay there, no credit checks, no hassles. You walk in and drive out. Foul back to the screen, 1-1. The count now to Ava Monahan. S&S Auto Sales, located at 1802 Independence Avenue in Kennett. Go by and see them. We appreciate their sponsorship. Our Kennett Indian softball broadcast. The 1-1 to Monahan from Avery Payne. Change up just a little bit high, ball 2. Home plate umpire has been very consistent. He has not given the high strike to these hitters this afternoon, and the hitters quickly pick up on that. A swing and a miss at a high rising fastball. Monahan couldn't catch up with that one from Avery Payne. And the count now 2-2. Avery Payne with the pitch to the plate. Change up, slowly hit back to Payne. Picks up, throws to first in time for out number one. Little soft ground ball right back to Avery Payne. She'll toss it over to Lindley Patterson. And one down here in the top of the second for Doniphan. Carson Haygood, the shortstop, comes to the plate. Daughter of Coach Haygood. He mentioned he had a daughter on the bus. He was tracking their arrival time here. It's not easy getting from Doniphan to Kennett with all the flooding. Ball one to Carson is low. The 1-0 pitch headed home. Swing and a miss, evens the count, 1-1. Avery Payne getting some work in the circle. Coach Nolan said he'd like to maybe use 3 pitchers here against Doniphan. Give them all a little work for this busy week. Swing and a miss. Haygood's in the hole, 1-2. Watson in the on-deck circle for Doniphan. Carson Haygood with a 1-2 count. Avery Payne gets the sign. The pitch bounces. Ball 2. 2-2 the count. Wind now blowing straight in from center field. It's kind of shifted around. Early in the day it was out of the north, and now kind of changing around out of the south. Ground ball again, slowly hit to the pitcher. Payne picks it up with a bare hand. A high throw to first. And they're going to say Patterson kept her heel on the bag. Good job by Lindley stretching for that high throw. And that is out number 2 here in the inning. Couple of ground ball outs. That one a little tougher play for Avery as it wasn't hit quite as hard. Now Audrey Watson, the first baseman, right-handed hitter, bats with 2 outs and nobody on. Fouls the first pitch to the screen, strike 1. FM Bank, one of our great broadcast sponsors, full service locally owned bank where they make all of their decisions locally. Personal, business, agricultural loans to FM Bank. People matter. Member FDIC. The 0-1 pitch, change up. A little low and outside. Ball 1 to Audrey Watson. 2 outs, nobody on for Doniphan. We are in the top of the second inning. Next pitch from Payne. Low, ball 2, 2-1. Fans out in the lawn chairs up on the hill beyond the right field fence here this afternoon. 2 balls, 1 strike. The count to Audrey Watson. And Avery Payne with the pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-2 the count. Kennett leads 4-1. Here in the top of the second. 2 outs, nobody on. 2-2 the count to Watson. Changeup is high, and the count goes full, 3-2. Again, Doniphan plays fall softball competitively in the state of Missouri, and this pitch is low. 2-out walk to Watson will put her down at first base. But they play in the spring and trying to fine-tune their skills before they play fall softball. Riley Boyles, the right fielder, will hit now with 2 outs, and Watson at first. Right-handed hitter. Fouled right back to the screen, strike 1. That knocked someone's camera off the fence, that foul ball. They take a shock when they hit that screen, I'll tell you. Now the 0-1 pitch. Change up a little bit outside. Ball 1, 1-1 the count. Two outs. Runner at first for Doniphan. Fouled back to the screen. The count goes to 1-2. To Briley Boyles. Taylor, the leadoff hitter, will step to the plate Boyles can reach with 2 down and a runner at first. Kennett leading 4-1. The 1-2 pitch hit back up the middle. That's going to be a 2-out single. The runners will move up on the play as Boyles singles right back up the middle on a hard ground ball. Bailey Wilcutt gets it back in, and we'll go back to the top of the order. And Mackenzie Taylor will bat for Doniphan. McKenzie grounded out to Hanley McAtee at third. Her first at bat. This ground ball is under the glove of McKegg. It's short. It'll get into left field. They'll stop the runners as the bases will now be loaded for Doniphan, and Watson will come to the plate. The ground balls are just staying down a little bit today. We've seen a couple of fielders in this ball game maybe expect a little hop when that field is a little more firm. Left-handed hitting, Delilah Watson. She had a hit her first time up, a single back up the middle. Now with the bases loaded and 2 down, she steps at the plate and takes strike 1 from Avery Payne. Watson is ready. Avery gets the sign. The next pitch, a changeup and a swing and a miss by Watson. She was starting to swing, tried to hold up, and then decided, I'm going to take a whack at that one, but comes up empty. Now Avery ahead in the count, 0-2 on Watson, the number 2 hitter. Bases loaded for Doniphan, trailing 4-1 in the 0-2. Swing and a miss, and that'll do it. Doniphan strands the bases loaded. In the second, Kennett sends the top of the order up. When they bat bottom of the second, they lead Doniphan 4-1.
In Kennett, we know our community because we're a part of it. At Kennett Board of Public Works, we're local, just like you. That means we're just minutes away. With fast response times, we're here for emergencies, ensuring your internet is restored quickly. We offer reliable, high-speed internet to keep your home and business connected. Kennett Board of Public Works, we're your local team, keeping you connected. Here when you need us, always.
Eat, play, and have a blast at Let's Roll Paragould. From bowling, duck pin, and laser tag to 45 arcade games and a full restaurant, Let's Roll Paragould is packed with fun for everyone. Both alleys feature state-of-the-art NeoSurf systems. And with over 50 TVs, you won't miss a second of your favorite game. Visit Let'sRollParagould.com for birthday packages, daily specials, group deals, or to reserve your lane. Let's Roll Paragould, 2707 West Kings Highway in Paragould, where good times roll 7 days a week.
Bottom of the second we go. Kennett will send the top of the order up. Hanley McAtee, Kinsley McKegg, and Emma Tennant. Hanley flied out to center field. Her first at bat. She's 1 hit away from tying the all-time season hit leader, or career hit leader, for the Lady Indians. Hadley Wilson holds that mark at 210 hits, and this first pitch grounded foul. Hadley Wilson set that mark last year, teammate of Hanley, and now Hanley just 1 hit away from tying that school record. The 0-1 pitch to McAtee, headed home. This one's high, ball 1, 1-1 the count. Just a slight breeze here at Indian Park right now, blowing gently in from center field. 1-1 pitch, grounded down the third baseline, foul. Hanley's grounded a couple foul just outside the bag at third. Now McAtee behind in the count, 1-2. McKay Jackson, Doniphan pitcher, with the 1-2. Outside, ball 2, 2-2 to Hanley McAtee. A lot of room in right center field if Hanley hits one that way. The 2-2 pitch headed home. High and outside, ball 3 to the Kennett leadoff hitter. Three and twos. McAtee leads off the bottom of the second. Kennett leads 4-1. McKay Jackson with the 3-2. Hanley, there's a base hit between short and third and left field. Hit number 210 in her career, and that ties Hadley Wilson for the career leader in base hits, or hits for the Lady Indians. Hard ground ball. Monahan gets it in, and McAtee stops at first base. Now, Kinsley McKegg, she singled, got things started for the Lady Indians in the bottom half of the first. Came around to score. She'll attempt a bunt here and fouls it off at the plate. Strike one. McAtee, the base runner at first. Hanley with good speed. Kinsley with good speed. Gets in that number 2 position for the Lady Indians. Corner infielders in. McKegg is ready and takes the pitch outside. A throw back to first, and McAtee in there safely. 1-1 the count now to McKegg. Jackson pitch headed home, a bunt down the first baseline. First baseman picks up, throws to the second baseman covering. Now McAtee rounds the bag. She's picked off. Haygood gets her to run down. They'll throw to third, and now down to second. They'll run her back to third, and a double play turned. A good defensive play that time by Doniphan, and they'll get the double play. I don't know how to score that one exactly. As the bunt, and out at first, Davis to Watson. McAtee down at second was doubled off and caught in the rundown, and I think Davis made the tag there. So now 2 outs in the Kennett inning, and here's Emma Tennant batting with the bases empty. Great play that time, Davis. And then Taylor covering the bag, threw behind the runner. Haygood got McAtee in the rundown. This pitch, a swing and a miss. It's quickly 0-2 to Emma Tennant. But played perfectly. Davis, the third baseman, coming in on the bunt. Taylor covering the bag with Watson coming in defensively. Now the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. That'll do it for the Lady Indians as they come up empty, bottom of the second, but they lead 4-1 as we go to the third. Doniphan comes to bat when we return to Indian Park right after this.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
See State Farm agent Greg Wilson in Kennett. Call 888-4913.
Kennett Bowling Lanes, one of our great broadcast sponsors. They have the bowling, of course. They have the skating rink. Beautiful skating rink at the Kennett Bowling Lanes. You need to go out and see that. The big arcade game room. They also have the laser tag. Great, great food at the Kennett Bowling Lanes. You have great fun. If you're looking to great place to book a party, Kennett Bowling Lanes is the place. 1315 St. Francis in Kennett, one of our great broadcast sponsors. Top of the third we go. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 due up for the Donettes. Kenzie Davis will lead things off, followed by Jackson and Klipzig, the catcher. Avery Payne will start her third inning of work. She completes her warm-ups. The throw goes down to second. All the runs in this ball game coming in the first inning. Doniphan strikes first with a run in the top half of the first, and then the Kennett offense exploded. Lindley Patterson, a 2-run homer, the highlight of that bottom of the first, but zeros in that second inning, and we go to the third. Heart of the order due up for the Donettes. And Avery Payne's first pitch to Kenzie Davis, the third baseman who started that great bunt double play. She takes a strike from Avery. Now the 0-1 pitch. Change up, hit to the Kennett second baseman. Raspberry right there for out number 1. Hit right on the nose, but Raspberry had it played perfectly, and there's the first out of the inning. McKay Jackson, the pitcher. She drove in the first run of the ball game for the Donettes with a single up the middle. 1 for 1 against Avery Payne. She'll ground this one to short. McKeag fields, throw across the diamond in time. Perfect play that time by McKeag. Strong throw to Patterson, and the first 2 batters retired for the Donettes here in the top of the third. Paisley Klepzig comes to the plate. Paisley, right-handed hitter with 2 outs, nobody on for Donettes. Top of the third inning. Avery's first pitch, low and inside, ball 1. Next pitch to Klepzig. Slowly hit to third. McAtee up. Strong throw across the diamond and plenty of time to Patterson. 1-2-3. Donette's retired. And the third inning will go to the bottom of the third. Kennett bats when we return to Indian Park right after this.
McMahon Trucking isn't new to the road. It all started back in the 1940s with Bill McMahon, serving farmers and elevators for over 70 years. Now Bob McMahon carries on the tradition. After 42 years in truck repair and towing, he's back in the family business. Fully licensed and insured with well-maintained equipment and dependable service you can count on. Call McMahon Trucking today at 573-888-7256. It's always a home run when you visit the all-new Home Plate Bar and Grill at the I-55 exit in Hayti. They have delicious food served up hot and fresh. Be sure to check out their daily lunch and dinner specials. Their catfish, the best around, plus chicken, shrimp, steaks, and their smash burgers will keep you coming back for more. They have 10 big screen TVs where you can catch all the big games. Be sure to like them on Facebook. Slide into home at the Home Plate Bar and Grill at the I-55 exit in Hayti. Come see Grace and Glow at the corner of Tico and 1st Street in Kennett. They offer 24-hour access tanning, so you can tan when you want to tan. Just $55 a month gets you unlimited tanning or single sessions for $8. They also offer the most popular weight loss shots, semaglutide and tirzepatide, plus Botox and Dysport shots, along with fillers to make you look your best. Be sure to visit their great boutique. That's Grace and Glow at the corner of Tico and 1st Street in Kennett.
Bottom of the third we go. It'll be the cleanup hitter, Avery Payne, leading things off for the Lady Indians, followed by Patterson and Barton. And ball 1 high to Avery as she starts the bottom of the third for the Lady Indians. Avery singled on a ground ball straight back up the middle. Couple of RBIs for Avery in that first at bat, back in that 2-run or 4-run first. She'll hammer this one to center field. And watch out at the fence. It's off the center fielder's glove. And just shy of a home run. And Avery will trot into second base. She gave that one a ride. And what little breeze that's up in the air may have held that one in the ballpark. But nonetheless, Watson went back to the fence and right against the fence, had it go off her glove. So a runner at second. Nobody out. Here's Lindley Patterson. 2-run homer for Patterson to left center field. The left-handed batter takes ball 1 low, back to the screen, and that will let the runner move up to third base. Payne down to third base, and now Patterson. Great opportunity to drive in her second or third run of the ball game. after that 2-run homer. Jackson gets the sign. The pitch to Lindley Patterson, headed home. Ball low. Good stop. Klebsig that time behind the plate to keep Payne down at third. Barton in the on-deck circle for Kennett. I feel that breeze blowing in a little stronger here toward the press box behind home plate. Ground ball to first. That will get the run home, and the force out, the only play down at first base. As Patterson drives in her third run of the ball game, as Payne will score on the play. Lady Indians go up 5-1. Now with the bases empty, Lauren Barton. Lauren with the base hit, her first plate appearance, a single on a ground ball. Back up the middle that just went off Haygood's glove. Bodkin in the on-deck circle. And Lauren Barton is ready. Jackson's pitch, line drive to left field, opposite field stroke that time. Barton will not hesitate. She's going to hit second, and she's racing for third. Here comes the throw in, and there will not be a relay to third. And that is Lauren Barton with a one-out triple, a line drive to left field. Lauren with good speed. Monahan was trying to get it back in, but Barton never held up. Now Emma Claire Bodkin can drive in another run for the Lady Indians, leading 5-1. Emma Claire walked her first at bat, and she takes ball one outside. Olivia Raspberry in the on-deck circle for Kennett. One 1-0 pitch. A little bit high, ball two. Play call coming in. Emma Claire looks at her wristband. Steps back in the box and takes ball three low. 3-0 the count. Barton, the runner at third. One down here in the bottom of the third. And ball four is high. Now runners at the corners for the Lady Indians. One out in the inning, and Coach Haygood's going to make a march out to the circle and visit with his pitcher, McKay Jackson. Truly Posh, one of our great broadcast sponsors. They're a locally owned women's boutique. They offer a variety of clothing, shoes, and accessories, all sizes and styles. Truly Posh. You need to go check them out. 405 First Street in Kennett. We appreciate their sponsorship of our Kennett softball broadcast all season long. Also S&S Auto Sales, one of our great sponsors. Family owned at S&S. You buy there, you pay there. No credit checks at S&S Auto Sales. No hassles. You walk in and drive out with that vehicle you need. It's simply that easy. 1802 Independence Avenue in Kennett. S&S Auto Sales. Home plate umpire will break up the discussion as Coach Haygood walks back toward the first base dugout. Now the Donettes will go back to their respective positions. Olivia Raspberry will step to the batter's box with Bodkin at first and Barton at third. One down here in the bottom of the third. Olivia, strikeout victim, her first at bat. Corner infielders are in. They're going to try to stop Barton from scoring from third. Raspberry shows a bunt and takes it for a ball, and that lets Bodkin take second base on ball one. All the infielders moving around when they show that bunt with first and third. So Bodkin at second base now for Kennett. So a couple of runners in scoring position for Raspberry. Corner infielder still in to protect against the bunt from Olivia. She shows bunt. The pitch. She'll slap it back up the middle for a base hit. Perfect execution. One run is in. The second run will score on a 2 RBI single by Olivia Raspberry right up the middle. Well, she showed bunt, pulled the bat back, then slapped it into center field. You can't draw it up any better than that. Barton scores on the play, and Bodkin scores on the play. Raspberry will stop at first base, and a slap ball towards short. And a force out down at second as Bailey Wilcutt will exchange places with Raspberry at first on the ground ball and the fielder's choice. Haygood to Taylor. And the force out at second. So now Wilcutt at first and back to the top of the order, and Hanley McAtee. She can break the career hits record for Kennett High School as ball one is low. There's Bailey Wilcutt down to second base, sliding in head first. Bailey hustles everywhere she goes. That time taking second base. So she's in scoring position with 2 outs for Hanley McAtee. Looking for career hit 211. Ball 2 is low and outside. 2 outs in the inning. Infield even with the bag at the corners. Haygood and Taylor up the middle at regular depth with 2 down. Outside ball 3. See if McAtee even gets something to swing at here with a runner in scoring position. Singled in her last at bat to tie Hadley Wilson, the record she set last year. Here's a strike in there. I think that's typical of Hanley McAtee right there. She had 3-0. She was going to take a strike, so now 3-1. Jackson gets the sign, the 3-1 pitch to McAtee, looking for the record, a swing and a foul tip. And the count goes full, 3-2. Hadley setting that record last year and playing college ball this year, and Hanley McAtee will do the same next year. A ground ball down to third, picked up across the diamond, low throw, and the run will score. But that one will be ruled an error as the throw allows McAtee to reach safely, but another run in for Kennett on the ground ball to third. Davis's throw out toward the right field area, and Bailey Wilcutt scores on the play. Hanley McAtee goes down to second base. And now here's Kinsley McKegg trying to add to the Kennett lead. 8-1, Kennett leads here in the bottom of the third inning. Swing and a miss, strike one to Kinsley. She's 1 for 2 on the day. Next pitch, outside, ball 1. So Hanley and Hadley tied now for the career hits leaders. Kennett Indian softball in her career. Foul ball out of play down the first base side. And the count 1-2 on McKegg. One and two the count to Kinsley. McKay Jackson, right-hander. Pitch outside, ball 2. 2-2. Tennant in the on-deck circle for Kennett. Emma will bat if Kinsley can reach the 2-2 pitch. Fouled back to the screen. We'll do it all over again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Hanley McAtee, the base runner at second base for Kennett. The 2-2 pitch to McKay. Fouled back to the screen. Kinsley hanging tough in this at-bat. McKay has thrown 25 pitches here in this inning as Kennett has made her work. McKay doing the same here, fouling off some tough pitches. 2-2 the count. Runner at second, 2 out, and a swing and a miss. And that'll do it for out number 3. But Kennett adds to their lead. They lead 8-1 as we go to the top of the 4th. Doniphan bats when we return to Indian Park right after this.
Hey, this is Daryl Wilcoxon with Wilcoxon's Home Place on the South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. We're getting new products in every week and would like to help you make your place a show place. Living room suites, recliners, including lift chairs, bedroom suites, mattress sets with adjustable bases, appliances, and TVs. We have several payment options available. Come see us at Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance, 901 South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. A family furniture tradition for over 70 years.
Hello, I'm Trenton Patterson with Patterson Auto Sales in Kennett. If you're looking for a newer, late model vehicle at a great price, then you need to come see me at Patterson Auto Sales. I've worked for the big dealerships, and I can save you money off of what you pay when you buy a used car or truck at the dealership. Plus, I have several great credit options, and we can guarantee financing for anyone, regardless of credit. Come see me, Trenton Patterson, at Patterson Auto Sales, 1005 First Street in Kennett, or visit our website online at pattersonautosales.mycarsonline.com.
Patterson Auto Sales, one of our great broadcast sponsors. You need to go by and see them. Go by there today. They got a great selection of vehicles. Cars, trucks, SUVs. Patterson's Auto Sales. We appreciate their sponsorship for Kennett Indian Broadcast. 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Donettes here at the top of the 4th, trailing Kennett 8-1. Ava Monahan, the left fielder, leads things off, followed by Haygood and Watson. And Avery Payne out for her 4th inning of work here for Kennett. Avery's first pitch a little bit high, ball 1. One-0 pitch. Hits her. And Monahan at first base being hit by the pitch. So Carson Haygood will hit. Carson grounded back to Payne, her first at bat. Right-handed hitter. Shortstop for Doniphan. Monahan at first. She'll show bunt. Running to second on the throw. Lots of speed. Monahan steals it. Good throw by Tennant, but in there safely with a stolen base on ball 1 was Monahan. So she's down at second base. Haygood at the plate can drive in a run and fouls it off at the plate. Evens the count, 1-1. Corner infielders creeping in. McAtee at third. Patterson at first. The pitch, changeup, stays a little bit high for ball 2. 2-1 the count. Home plate umpire has been very consistent on that high pitch. He gave that one to the batters. It's been a ball the entire game. 2-1. This pitch a little bit inside. Ball 3. 3-1. The runner at second is Monahan. She was hit by a pitch to start the inning. Now 3-1, the count to Haygood. Time is called. May have a ball that got out on the field down in the right field corner. Hard for us to see down there. Now Barton trotting back over. Not sure what Lauren had to do over there in the right field corner, but got something out of the field of play. Now 3-1, the count to Haygood. The pitch, outside corner is a called strike 2. Certain parts of the field I can't see from the crow's nest back behind home plate, the right field corner, the left field corner, 2 of those spots fouled off. Haygood stays alive and keeps the count 3-2. Kennett leading 8-1. We're in the top of the 4th inning from Indian Park. Good to have you along this afternoon. Who would have thought over the weekend we'd be playing softball today? The 3-2 pitch grounded up the middle. Fielded there by McKegg. The strong throw just in time to get Haygood at first. The runner moves up to third on the play. And she's there with 1 out. That brings up Watson. Good job, McKegg, that time to get a strong throw over to Patterson. But Monahan moves up easily to third on the play. Now Audrey Watson, first baseman. Bats. Audrey takes low, ball 1. Good stop by Tennant behind the plate to smother that one. Very short backstop here on the softball field at Indian Park. 1-0 the count to Watson. Ball 2 to Watson. Watson's first at bat, she drew a walk, and now she's ahead in the count. 2 balls and no strikes. Monahan, the base runner at third. Kennett leads 8-1. The 2-0 pitch from Avery Payne. Grounded back up the middle, knocked down, now picked up. The throw to first will be in time for the out, but a run will score. Avery got a glove on it, and that let Raspberry get to it and throw the base runner out at first. So the ground ball, the put out at first base. Monahan scores on the play. Doniphan makes it 8-2 ball game, and now Briley Boyles, she's 1 for 1 on the day. Bats with 2 outs and the base is empty. Pops the first one up. Foul territory, gets out over the Kennett dugout and out of play. Doniphan with a run in the first and now a run here in the 4th. 6-run ball game. Base is empty for the Donettes. Boyles with an 0-1 count. Avery Payne, changeup is a beauty in there for a called strike. 0-2 the count now. Two outs, nobody on. 0-2 the count to Briley Boyles, and the pitch fouled back. Count remains 0-2. Boyles is ready. Payne delivers the pitch, another changeup. This one stays a little bit low. 1-2 the count to Boyles. 2 down, nobody on here in the 4th. The Greenville Bears come to Kennett tomorrow. Then on Thursday, Greene County Tech. A couple of games Friday, Twin Rivers and Holcomb. Ball 2 evens the count 2-2. So 4 home games for the Indians. They're scheduled to go to Portageville on the 14th. I just saw their ball field, and there's about 3 feet of water standing on the ball field in Portageville. Bad flooding up in the Portageville area. The 2-2 pitch headed home. Hard hit ball. That will get into left field. McAtee dove for it and stretched out, and it came off her glove into left field. A hard hit ball and a base hit. Boyles is 2 for 2 on the afternoon. She's at first base. With 2 outs and back to the top of the order, Mackenzie Taylor will hit. Second baseman for the Donettes. Doniphan with a run here in the inning. They've made it a 6-run ball game, cutting into that Kennett lead. Pitch is inside. The throw down to second is a strong throw, but McKegg can't put the tag on Boyles. An awkward slide down at second base. She's okay, but the pitch was a ball to Taylor. Now Taylor with a runner in scoring position and 2 down here in the 4th. Avery's pitch hit out to right field. Coming on, that's going to drop in front of Barton. Barton comes up with a throw to the plate. And in there safely and down to second is Taylor on the RBI single out to right field. Just a little pop fly that lands out in front of Barton out in right field. Barton came up and made a strong throw into the plate. And Taylor takes second base on the throw. So Doniphan pulls a little closer. They have a runner at second, still 2 outs, and here is Delilah Watson. Left-handed hitter is 1 for 2. Center fielder, she has good speed. And a foul tip, swing is, that's strike 1 on the foul tip into the mid of Emma Tennant. 8-3, Kennett with a lead. We're in the top of the 4th inning from Indian Park. Ball game just past an hour old. Changeup is low. Evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Taylor, the base runner, down at second after the RBI single out to right field. Foul ball over the third base dugout. The count goes to 1-2 on Watson. I'll tell you again about the Lady Indians schedule as they will go on the road for several games coming up. 1-2 the count to Watson. This ball bounces, gets back to the screen. The runner, Taylor, will move up to third, and the count goes to 2-2. Doniphan pulling a little closer here in this 4th inning. They've scored a couple of runs and threatening for more. This ball back to the backstop. The runner not advancing, and that makes the count full, 3-2. Davis, the number 3 order hitter in the on-deck circle. Watson trying to do damage, 3-2. 2 outs and a runner at third here in the 4th. The pitch headed home. Hit towards second. Fielded there, and the throw to first is in time. Raspberry to Patterson, and that will end the inning. Doniphan adds 2, and it's 8-3 as we go. Bottom half of the 4th. Kennett bats leading this one when we return to Indian Park right after this.
Baker Implement Company and Case IH are proud to support area high school athletics.
The same way we have supported our customers and the community for 86 years.
Visit any of our 13 locations in Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas to experience the power of red and the service and support that has kept customers coming back since 1938.
Case IH and Baker Implement Company, supporting our community on the field and in your field.
We are pioneers, dreamers, the ones they said would never make it, and the ones still trying. We're lifesavers, life changers, those who bring life to your world. We're where compassion meets precision and empowerment meets innovation. An expert system of care where love abounds so that God can do the impossible. We are NEA Baptist.
Bottom of the 4th we go, and coming up for Kennett, the heart of the order, Tennant, Payne, and Patterson, 3, 4, and 5. Lady Indians play 2 tomorrow at South Pemiscot. Zenith Hornersville with Southland, the opponent at 3. And then they'll turn around at 6 o'clock and play South Pim. Those games at South Pemiscot. Then on the 10th, Lady Indians will be playing at Nettleton, taking on the Lady Raiders of Nettleton, a 4:30 start in Jonesboro. Then on the 11th, that will be Friday, they're going to play 2 more games. One against Thayer at 3 o'clock, and then Clearwater at 6 o'clock that evening. Throw goes down to second, and we will go to the bottom of the 4th, and Emma Tennant will lead things off. The Kennett catcher looking for her first hit this afternoon, and good spot for her to get one of those runs back with the one swing of the bat. Emma with tons of power. Hits from the right side, facing McKay Jackson. Actually, I think a different pitcher in there for Doniphan, so I'll tell you about the new pitcher when I can see is ball one. Sales in there high. I can't see the Doniphan numbers on the back of their jersey, so I apologize to our Doniphan fans that may be watching. A high fly ball to center field. This one's going to hold up. Actually, it's going to be the shortstop as Haygood hauls it in for out number one. When the ball gets up to a certain point here in the press box, you don't see how high it goes. I thought Emma hit that one a little better than she did, but pops out to short. One down in the inning, and here's Avery Payne, the cleanup hitter. Avery is 2 for 2. Good afternoon. Takes ball one. High. Next pitch headed home is ball two to Avery. Ball three is high and outside. 3-0. Avery ahead in the count. Davis is now doing the pitching. That looks like a 1-7, so it is Kenzie Davis now doing the pitching for Doniphan. The 3-0 pitch on the inside corner is a called strike. Next pitch headed home, fouled straight back. The count goes 3-2 on Avery Payne. Jackson moves to third base defensively after leaving the circle. So there's the defensive changes for Doniphan. The 3-2 pitch to Avery Payne. Avery takes it high and outside. A one-out walk. Avery has reached safely all three times this afternoon. Here comes Lindley Patterson. Lindley, a two-run homer to left her first time up. Line drive to left field, grounded out to first, her second plate appearance. Payne, the runner at first, and Patterson smokes it past the third baseman off her glove. They'll get the force out at second. Went right off of Watson's glove, right to Taylor, who flips to Haygood for the force out. Tough luck that time by Lindley Patterson as that ball was destined for right field as it was smashed on a line drive. So the fielder's choice will go Watson, Taylor to Haygood. And forced out was Payne. So now Patterson at first, the base runner, and 2 outs in the inning. Here's Lauren Barton. Lauren is 2 for 2 on the afternoon, trying to get things moving along with 2 outs. And Patterson will steal second base without a throw on the first pitch, which was a ball. So Lindley in scoring position at second. See if Lauren can drive in the run. Pitch to Lauren, hit on the ground at second. Another nice play by the second baseman Taylor, who'll throw to Watson at first. Kennett strands a runner. It comes up empty. And the bottom of the fourth, we go to the fifth. Doniphan bats, trailing Kennett 8-3.
Year after year, you can rely on the experts at Greenpoint Ag in Deering to work alongside you for more profitable acres. Greenpoint Ag is among the leaders in ag technology and will deliver better results for you, our area farmers. Contact Greenpoint Ag today for more information, 573-757-6253, or stop in Greenpoint Ag on Highway J in Deering. Greenpoint Ag is proud to be part of the Deering community and supports our area youth. Greenpoint Ag wishes you and your family happy holidays and a profitable new year.
Kennett Girls Softball Association is a proud sponsor of Kennett Indian Softball. Their goal is to promote the game of softball as well as stress the importance of sportsmanship to girls in Kennett and the surrounding areas. Registrations are currently being accepted until March 29th for softball and baseball at Baker, Wellman Brown, and Farm Bureau. Get those kiddos signed up for a summer of fun.
Throw goes down to second base as we go to the top of the fifth inning. And a new pitcher for Kennett, Emma Claire Bodkin, will step in the circle, right-handed hurler. Emma Claire will face the heart of the order, 3, 4, and 5, as Kenzie Davis will lead things off for Doniphan, followed by Jackson and Klipsig. Emma Claire Bodkin. Kennett leads 8-3 in the first pitch at the knees. A called strike. Breeze blowing in from center field. A hard hit ball to short. McKeag across in time for the out. Nice play. Kinsley over to Lindley Patterson. And a ground ball out is how we start this fifth inning. One down for the Donettes. And McKay Jackson started the ball game in the circle. Now the third baseman for Doniphan. She's 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Emma Claire Bodkin facing this cleanup hitter for the first time. Emma Claire stands on the far right side of that pitching rubber. First pitch headed home, a line drive to right field. Barton over, will get it in quickly. Nice job of hitting Jackson to slap it the opposite way for a base hit. One out base runner at first for Doniphan. Paisley Klepsig comes to the plate, the catcher for the Donettes. Paisley has grounded out to McAtee at third. Her first 2 plate appearances. Takes ball 1 high and outside. Jackson, pretty good speed at first base for the Donettes. 1 out here in the fifth. Kennett leads 8-3. Next pitch headed home. A little bit outside, ball 2. Just off the outside corner. Klepsig wouldn't go for it. Count 2-0. Now the 2-1. Inside and low, ball 3, 3-1. Monahan in the on-deck circle for Doniphan. Emma Claire slaps the base or the softball under her mitt and now stands back on. The 3-0 pitch headed home. Right in there for a called strike, 3-1. Jackson, the base runner at first. 3-1, the count on Paisley Klepsig. She'll pop it out into left field. Going back, the shortstop McKeag trying to reach up to make the play. It goes off the heel of her glove, and everybody's going to reach safely. So Jackson will move down to second base on the play. Klepsig at first, and now Ava Monahan will hit. Doniphan threatening. They're down by 5. A couple of runners on and 1 out here. We're in the top of the fifth. Ball 1 is high and outside. Kinsley going back on that ball. Just out in the outfield grass. Lexi Wallace was coming in quickly, but the shortstop reached up and tried to make the play. Not sure if Wallace could have gotten there. Here's a strike on the outside corner. But having to reach up high for the ball, it just went off the heel of her glove. Now 1-1 to Monahan. Here's strike 2 at the knees. How about a double play for the Lady Indians? Get out of this inning. 1-2, the count to Monahan. Foul back to the screen. Count remains 1-2. Haygood, the shortstop, in the on-deck circle Breeze picking up a bit, blowing in from right field across the field toward the third base dugout. Hurting any ball hit in the air. The next pitch, a changeup, hit towards short. McKegg fields, gets the force at second, and that's all they'll get. But they get the force out, and that's 2 outs now in the inning, and runners at the corners for Haygood. McKegg to Raspberry, and out at second. Moving down to third base, though, will be Jackson. Monahan, the base runner, at first. And Carson Haygood grounds it back up the middle. Great play by Botkin. She will throw home, and they'll make the tag on the runner coming home. Emma Claire came home instead of going to first, and kind of caught Jackson off guard, but Tennant makes the tag, and that'll do it. 8-3, our score. Kennett bats, bottom of the fifth, when we return to Indian Park right after this.
Looking for a place to live or grow your business in Kennett? Gardner Properties offers clean, quality residential and commercial rentals with a full-time maintenance crew and monthly inspections to keep everything in top condition. They're known for building and buying to suit new and relocating businesses in the area. Every improvement they make reflects their commitment to keeping the town looking its best. Call 573-752-1442 or stop by 1012 St. Francis Street in Kennett to see what they can do for you.
Hi, Kennett Indian fans. This is Stephanie Pierce with Dubs Clothing at 709 First Street in Kennett, Missouri. Here at Dubs, we value connection to our community by offering a variety of quality men's and children's clothing, accessories, and grooming products. You can also find accessories and gift items for the ladies. Nothing speaks connection to the community like Kennett Indian football. And here at Dubs Clothing, we are all in. Wishing all athletes and coaches a safe and successful season. Roll Tribe.
Thanks to Dubs Clothing, another one of our great Kennett Indian softball broadcast sponsors. We appreciate their support of our broadcast. We go to the bottom of the fifth. It'll be Bodkin, Raspberry, and Wilcutt due up. 7, 8, and 9 in the order for Kennett. Leading Doniphan 8-3. Kenzie Davis will start her second inning of work. And Emma Claire Bodkin will come to the plate. Right-handed hitter will foul tip that one, and that's strike one. Next pitch, a little bit outside, ball one. 1-1 the count to Emma Claire Bodkin. Outfield straight away for Doniphan. Infield at regular depth. Emma Claire pops this one up. Down the third baseline, the third baseman over. Jackson makes the play for out number one. Pop fly on the infield. And Emma Claire pops out to Jackson at third. Here's Olivia Raspberry coming to the plate. Olivia 1 for 2 this afternoon. Singled on a line drive to center her last at bat. Trying to get things started for the Lady Indians here in the fifth. She shows bunt, takes it back, takes the ball for a ball one. She showed bunt and slapped one back up the middle for her base hit. Great job of hitting. Again, she shows bunt. She turns on this one. Hits it foul down the left field line and out of play. 1-1 the count. One out, nobody on for Kennett. Bottom of the fifth inning. Softball action from Indian Park on a sunny Monday afternoon. The 1-1 pitch to Olivia Raspberry headed home. Outside corner is called strike two. Bailey Wilcutt will bat next for Kennett. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Kenzie Davis gets the sign. The pitch to Raspberry. Change up, stroked up the middle for a base hit. Great job of holding the hands back, Raspberry, and Just strokes it right up the middle. Her second base hit up the middle. This one a line drive. Watson gets it in, but good speed at first with Raspberry. And good speed at the plate, and Bailey Wilcutt. Bailey looking for her first hit of the afternoon as she is struck out and grounded into a fielder's choice, the shortstop. Davis with the first pitch. Wilcutt shows bunt, pulls it back, and sliding safely into second is Raspberry with a stolen base. So now a runner in scoring position. Pitch was ball one. Raspberry head first slide into second. Now Bailey Wilcutt trying to drive in. The runner from second. The 1-0 pitch. Bailey bunts it in the air to the backstop. That's strike one. That brings the infielders, they're all in motion. Watson and Jackson coming in from the corners. Runner at second, one down, and 1-1 count to Wilcutt. And Bailey fouls it back as she swings at this one. And the count 1-2 to Bailey Wilcutt. Hanley McAtee in the on-deck circle will hit, barring a double play here with one down and a runner at second. Bottom of the fifth inning. The 1-2 pitch. A line drive, left center field. That's going to get down. Headed to third. Having to hold up that time was Raspberry to see if the dropped in, and it did for a base hit. So first and third now for the Lady Indians. And here's Hanley McAtee. Hanley 1 for 3 on the afternoon. One hit away from setting the record for all-time hits. Kennett Indian softball. Currently tied with Hadley Wilson for that honor. At 210 hits, looking for 211 and driving a run in. Ball one is high. Throw back to the pitcher, and no throw down to second as Wilcutt in there standing up. Now a couple of runners in scoring position for Hanley. She can set the record and give a little cushion to her Lady Indians. The 1-0 pitch. A little bit high, ball two. 2-0 the count. Again, that pitch has not been called the entire ball game. The batters have learned, and they're laying off of that pitch. Now the 2-0 pitch. Hanley will get something she likes here. Takes one on the outside corner for a called strike. 2-1. Hanley McAtee is so patient at the plate. She will not overextend. She smashes it into left field, and there's the record-setting base hit. A couple runs will score, and Hanley is going to race down to third base without a throw as the throw comes into the plate. And there's your all-time hit leader for the Kennett Indians. Hanley McAtee with 211. Well, that was a hard ground ball between short and third into left field. Scoring 2 runs, the throw comes in. Raspberry scores. Wilcutt scores easily on the last play. And McAtee racing around to third. So she's at third. A couple of runs in for Kennett, and this one's popped up to shallow right field. The right fielder will have it go off her glove. McAtee will come in to score for Kennett. And now Kennett goes up 11-3. Kinsley McKegg put it in play, and that ball blowing that wind blowing the ball back in toward the infield. And it goes off Boyle's glove for the hit. Now here's a fly ball out in the center field. That one's going to be handled by the center fielder Watson. And Emma Tennant is retired. McKegg will stay at first base. Here's Avery Payne now coming to the plate. 2 outs in the inning. Avery 2 for 2 on the day, and she'll pop it up. This one on the infield. Haygood back behind the bag, makes the catch for out number 3. But we just had history made here at Indian Park as Hanley McAtee with a single sets the all-time career hits leader mark at 211 hits. Kennett adds to their lead 11-3 as we go to the 6th inning when we return to Indian Park right after this.
At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we know that the days of parking your equipment in the shed after a long harvest and taking it easy for a while no longer exist. The business of farming is much more complex. We've been in the ag lending business for over 100 years, and we are ready to help your operation reach its best potential. We've got the loan and crop insurance products and the experience right here ready to serve you. We are your ag lender.
Your ag lender will always be there.
Contact Matthew Poole or Nathan Creed at 888-6624.
In Kennett, we know our community because we're a part of it. At Kennett Board of Public Works, we're local, just like you. That means we're just minutes away. With fast response times, we're here for emergencies, ensuring your internet is restored quickly. We offer reliable, high-speed internet to keep your home and business connected. Kennett Board of Public Works, we're your local team, keeping you connected. Here when you need us, always.
McClare Bodkin back in the circle for the Lady Indians. Will face 8-9-1 for Doniphan here as we go to the top of the 6th inning. It'll be Watson, Boyles, and then back to the top of the order and Taylor. Audrey Watson over 1, first baseman. Facing Emma Claire Bodkin for the first time as Emma Claire's 2nd inning of work gets underway with a swing and a miss, strike 1. 11-3, Kennett with a lead. 6 o'clock here at Indian Park. Broadcast on AM 1540, KBOA, and 98.7 WGCQ FM. Nice cutter, swing and a miss. That's quickly 0-2 to Watson. Emma Claire Bodkin in the circle. Heading the count 0-2 on Audrey Watson. This pitch way outside, ball 1. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. There's out number 1. Good off-speed delivery from Bodkin. That brings up Riley Boyles. She has been hot at the plate today. Single to center. Single past McAtee at third into left field. She's 2 for 2. She'll slap this one down the left field line. It goes foul. Strike 1. Wind blowing in just a bit from center field. Kennett leads 11-3. We're in the top of the 6th inning. Emma Claire Bodkin. The pitch. Change up is high. Ball 1. 1-1. One down, nobody on for Doniphan. The 1-1 pitch. A swing and a miss. 1-2. Conference and district games coming up for the Lady Indians in softball. So big stretch of games coming up. Now the 1-2 pitch. This one's hitting the air and out of play over the Kennett dugout down the third base line. 1-2, the count remains to Riley Boyles. Emma Claire's pitch. Outside, ball 2. 2-2 the count. Boyles is ready. Bodkin is ready, and Bodkin's pitch, a swing and a miss, and there's out number 2. Kennett throws it around the horn, so 2 down now, and back to the top of the order, Mackenzie Taylor. Mackenzie has singled on a fly ball to right field. Her last at bat, she's grounded out to short and third in the ball game. She'll foul this one to the backstop, strike one. Greenville will be our baseball opponent here at Indian Park tomorrow afternoon. Softball doubleheader from South Pim. We will not have a broadcast of those two games, but we'll be here for Kennett and Greenville in baseball. This ball fouled back to the backstop, and it's quickly 0-2 on the leadoff hitter, Mackenzie Taylor. 2 outs, nobody on for Doniphan. We're in the top of the 6th inning. This one's put in play on the infield. Patterson over toward the dugout and makes the catch for out number 3. And that will do it for Doniphan. 1, 2, 3. They are retired in the 6th. Kennett comes to bat when we return to Indian Park right after this.
Eat, play, and have a blast at Let's Roll Paragould. From bowling, duck pin, and laser tag to 45 arcade games and a full restaurant, Let's Roll Paragould is packed with fun for everyone. Both alleys feature state-of-the-art NeoSurf systems. And with over 50 TVs, you won't miss a second of your favorite game. Visit Let'sRollParagould.com for birthday packages, daily specials, group deals, or to reserve your lane. Let's Roll Paragould, 2707 West Kings Highway in Paragould, where good times roll 7 days a week.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
See State Farm agent Greg Wilson in Kennett. Call 888-4913.
Bottom of the 6th we go. It will be Patterson, Barton, and Bodkin. Lindley is 1 for 3. 2-run homer, her first at bat. Now facing Kenzie Davis, the right-hander for Doniphan. Ball 1 is low and outside. Next pitch, Patterson pops it up behind shortstop position, and nice job by Haygood going back behind the third base bag. We'll haul that one in for out number 1. Pop fly, shallow left field, and Patterson retired by Haygood. Lauren Barton will hit. Lauren's had a big day. She's 2 for 3 on the afternoon. 1 out, nobody on in the 6th. And ball 1 is outside to Lauren Barton. Next pitch headed home. Hammered to right field. Watch out. And it's going to be caught out there by Boyles. Great catch. Down the line is turning on that one was Lauren Barton. She hit it right on the nose, but Boyles up to the task, and that's out number 2. Hard hit ball, and Boyles over toward the line to haul that one in. Had not the wind been blowing in like it is, that could have been a little more trouble out there. Now Emma Claire Bodkin at the plate, hits it back up the middle. Fielded by Haygood at short, and the throw to first is in time. 1, 2, 3. Lady Indians retired. Here in the bottom of the 6th, we go to the 7th. Doniphan bats, and the last chance for the Donettes. They trail Kennett 11-3.
McMahon Trucking isn't new to the road. It all started back in the 1940s with Bill McMahon, serving farmers and elevators for over 70 years. Now Bob McMahon carries on the tradition. After 42 years in truck repair and towing, he's back in the family business, fully licensed and insured with well-maintained equipment and dependable service you can count on. Call McMahon Trucking today at 573-888-7256. It's always a home run when you visit the all-new Home Plate Bar and Grill at the I-55 exit in Hayti. They have delicious food served up hot and fresh. Be sure to check out their daily lunch and dinner specials. Their catfish, the best around, plus chicken, shrimp, steaks, and their smash burgers will keep you coming back for more. They have 10 big screen TVs where you can catch all the big games. Be sure to like them on Facebook. Slide into home at the Home Plate Bar and Grill at the I-55 exit in Hayti.
A defensive change that was made last inning, but let me correct, is Payne now the first baseman. That last out. Thrown over to Payne. I caught it then that Avery was defensively in the field at first base. Here's Delilah Watson, the number 2 hitter. She's 1 for 3, left-handed hitter, leading it off and swings and misses. The first pitch from Emma Claire Bodkin. 0-1 the count. We're at the top of the 7th. Kennett leading 11-3 over the Donettes. Watson is ready, and Emma Claire gets the sign from Tennant. The pitch, grounded towards short. Tough play. McKegg in the hole, throws to first. Good, strong throw. What a play. Kinsley McKegg that time. We're out number 1 here in the 7th. Got her feet set and made a strong throw across the diamond. So the first out here in the 7th inning. Kenzie Davis will bat. Kenzie 0 for 3. Looking for her first hit to get things started for the Donettes. The first pitch from Bodkin is low, ball 1. Tad Jones, our video coordinator. Bonnie Lyons handling all of our radio duties. Couldn't do it without those two gentlemen. And all of our sponsors to make our broadcast possible. Ball 2 is high and outside, 2-0. It's baseball time tomorrow for our broadcast here at Indian Park. Green Bull will be the opponent. 4:30 start. Lady Indians, a couple of games at South Bend. Here's a fly ball out in the right field. Tough play out there for Barton. She goes back and makes it. Boy, Lauren Barton, she is such a good outfielder. Going back on that ball over toward the line, and that ball hit pretty well out there. And that's out number 2. McKay Jackson, she's 2 for 3 on the afternoon. Doniphan's last hope comes to the plate. Down 11-3. And a pitch at the knees to Jackson, strike 1. Emma Claire Bodkin trying to close things out for the Lady Indians. The 0-1 pitch. Line drive. This one's going to get over the outstretched hands of Raspberry and out to Barton in right field. A 2-out single gives Doniphan a 2-out base runner. Good job of hitting a line drive the opposite way. Just over Raspberry's glove. Into left field. The catcher, Paisley Klepzig, comes to the plate. And ball 1 is low. Kennett looking to win their 10th in a row. All 10 regular season games after that Blazer blast to start the season. Pitch a little bit high, ball 2. 2-0 the count to Klepzig. Couple of hits in the ball game for Hanley McAtee, and she is now the all-time hits leader for Kennett Indian softball. Congratulations to Hanley. That achievement. Ball 3 is low and gets to the backstop. Jackson will go down to second base on the pitch. Monahan in the on-deck circle. Klepzig ahead in the count, 3-0. Emma Claire gets the sign. The pitch outside corner is called strike 1. McKegg with a great defensive play for the first out in the inning. Now she'll get another try here. Ground ball up the middle. The throw to first is in time. Kinsley with a couple of nice plays. One going in the hole toward third. This one toward the second base bag. And Barton grabbing a fly ball here in the inning. And that'll do it. Kennett wins it by a final score of 11-3. We'll come back, check the finals totals as we wrap things up from Indian Park right after this.
Come see Grace and Glow at the corner of Tico and 1st Street in Kennett. They offer 24-hour access tanning, so you can tan when you want to tan. Just $55 a month gets you unlimited tanning or single sessions for $8. They also offer the most popular weight loss shots, semaglutide and tirzepatide, plus Botox and Dysport shots, along with fillers to make you look your best. Be sure to visit their great boutique. That's Grace and Glow at the corner of Tico and 1st Street in Kennett.
Hey, this is Daryl Wilcoxon with Wilcoxon's Home Place on the South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. We're getting new products in every week and would like to help you make your place a showplace. Living room suites, recliners, including lift chairs, bedroom suites, mattress sets with adjustable bases, appliances, and TVs. We have several payment options available. Come see us at Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance, 901 South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. A family furniture tradition for over 70 years.
Hello, I'm Trenton Patterson with Patterson Auto Sales in Kennett. If you're looking for a newer, late model vehicle at a great price, then you need to come see me at Patterson Auto Sales. I've worked for the big dealerships, and I can save you money off of what you pay when you buy a used car or truck at the dealership. Plus, I have several great credit options, and we can guarantee financing for anyone, regardless of credit. Come see me, Trenton Patterson, at Patterson Auto Sales, 1005 1st Street in Kennett, or visit our website online at pattersonautosales.mycarsonline.com.
Kennett wins it 11-3 over the Donettes. 10 games in a row. The Kennett Indians getting victories after the regular season begins, and that streak will be put to the test again tomorrow as they play a couple of games at South Pemiscot tomorrow. So good luck to the Lady Indians as they go on the road for a few games, and congratulations to Hanley McAtee as she gets a couple of hits in the ball game, and she's now the all-time career hits leader for the Lady Indians in softball. A couple of hits in this ball game that puts her at 211 in the hit category. So Hanley sets the record today, and here's the way the box score goes in the ball game. For Doniphan, they scored 3 runs on 7 hits in the ball game. They committed a couple of errors. For Kennett, 11 runs on 12 hits, and Kennett also committed a couple of errors in the ball game. Doniphan left 8 runners on base. Kennett left 5 runners on base. And just looking at the hitting for the Lady Indians in this one, 2 for 4 was Hanley McAtee. She had a run scored and also drove in a couple of runs on that record-setting base hit to left field. McKegg was 2 for 4 on the afternoon. She scored a run, also had an RBI on the afternoon. 2 for 3 was Avery Payne. Avery with a couple of runs scored and a couple of RBIs. Lindley Patterson was 1 for 4, a big 2-run homer back in that first inning. She scored a run and drove in 3 this afternoon. Lauren Barton was 2 for 4. Good day at the plate for Lauren. And she also scored a run. And 2 for 3, Olivia Raspberry. She drove in a couple of runs on a 2 for 3 performance, and she scored a run. And Bailey Wilcutt was 1 for 3. Couple of runs scored for Bailey in the ball game. As total bases, Payne had a double, Barton a triple, a home run by Patterson, and Raspberry with 2 total bases in the ball game. Lindley Patterson with 4 total bases, McKegg with 2, Hanley McAtee with 2, Lauren Barton with 4, Bailey Wilcutt, and Avery Payne with 3 stolen bases. Raspberry, Patterson, and Wilcutt had a couple of stolen bases for the Lady Indians. For Doniphan, Taylor was 1 for 4 at the plate. Watson was 1 for 4 on the afternoon, and Jackson was 3 for 4 for the Donettes, and Boyles 2 for 3 for Doniphan in the ball game. As the Donettes fall to the Lady Indians, 11-3. Congratulations to Hanley McAtee, once again all-time career hits leader for the Lady Indians. She came into this one with 209 hits, and she will leave with 211. That puts her 1 above Hadley Wilson, who had that record of 210. And I'll tell you what, those 2 teammates, they were a force to be reckoned with. And Hanley, picking up a couple of hits today, now holds that record, and that two-run single put her at 211 hits in this ball game. So congratulations to her and the Lady Indians on their 10th victory in a row. We'll check the schedule once again as tomorrow they will play Zenith Hornersville with Southland, a ball game that will start at 3 o'clock at South Pim. They'll turn around and play again at South Pim-Escott at 6 o'clock against the host Lady Bulldogs of South Pim. So a couple of games tomorrow. They will be off on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, they go to Nettleton in Jonesboro for a 4:30 ball game. And then they will play a couple of games on Friday. They will play Thayer at 3 and then Clearwater at 6 o'clock. Not certain where those ball games are. Thayer at 3, then Clearwater at 6, and those ball games on Friday. So the Lady Indians, a road stretch here of 5 ball games coming up. Then they have to go to Campbell, and then they will play Caruthersville on the 14th before their next home game against Twin Rivers on the 16th here at Indian Park. So good luck to the Lady Indians. Hope that streak continues. They are now 10-2 on the season actually 11-2 on the season after getting the victory this afternoon by a final of 11-3. Thanks again to all of our sponsors who make our broadcast of Kennett Indian softball possible. Couldn't do it without our sponsors, and appreciate all of our help at the radio station as Monty Lyons handling the radio duties, about to get us back on our radio stations, the broadcast home of the Lady Indian softball broadcasts, KBOA AM 1540 and 98.7 WGCQ FM. Tad Jones handling all of our video streaming operations and helping us get set up with our audio and getting it back to the station from all of our broadcasts. Couldn't do it without those two gentlemen, and certainly appreciate all of our listeners and viewers that tune in to our broadcast each and every game. Kennett wins it 11-3 over Doniphan. So long from Indian Park.
This has been Kennett Indian Softball. Title sponsors for our broadcast are Baker Implement Company, NEA Baptist Hospital, Farm Credit Services of Southeast Missouri, and by Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture. Broadcast sponsors, Dubs Clothing, State Farm Agent Greg Wilson, Patterson Auto Sales, McMahon's Trucking, the Kennett Girls Softball Association, Gardner Properties, Home Plate Bar and Grill, Let's Roll Paragould, Grace and Glow, and Greenpoint Ag in Deering. Broadcast boosters include the Kennett Bowling Lanes, Ultimate Fitness, Century 21 Real Estate, FM Bank, S&S Auto Sales, and by Truly Posh. This broadcast has been a production of Pollock Broadcasting Company.